Daily beer review time. I score beers out of 100. We're at Happy Beer. Why are you laughing? And I have with me the RIZE, the Happy RIZE, which is a rice-based lager, easy drink brewed with flavorful aromatic rice. All right, 10 to 11 IBU, up to 5% ABV. So again, this is not strong, not bitter, like all the beers we've had yet over here. Yeah. Before we get into the beer, what were you talking about?
I was saying I was gonna have like curd rice for lunch, but now I'm having rice in a different form. I didn't actually have rice for lunch, but now I am.
Do you had idlis?
I had idlis.
That is also rice. No, idlis rava.
Idlis rava.
Semolina. Yeah. So now you're having rice. So now you'll just go home and you just eat curd.
Yeah.
You can just do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about work. You said something about your work.
What about it?
You said something about how work is not interesting to others and all of that.
Yeah, no, it's like super fascinating when I think about it.
Your work is super fascinating to you.
To me.
But you think it's not fascinating to others.
Yeah.
No, I think your work is saving the environment and the climate
Oh.
is very fascinating to women.
I
Is it
didn't know
not?
that. No. Is it?
Is it not?
I don't think about it like that.
Have you ever said
I
this?
thought you were gonna get like political and like.
No, not political. I'm just like, in terms of dating and all.
Huh.
Yeah. Don't you think like the men and women of Mumbai?
The men and women.
Yeah.
Of Bombay.
I'm again, this is a very inclusive channel, right? So,
Of course it is.
Yeah. So we welcome everyone who has.
Sujay famous for inclusion.
No matter what we see, it's inclusive as it's like you can say anything goes, right? But having said that, the men and women of Bombay, at least the women that I date, are very, very progressive
Okay.
in these regards. So these things would be very interesting.
You think so?
Yeah.
So I have to
There are
talk
many.
more about how I am instrumental in the fight against
No, you
climate
don't have
change.
to talk about how you are instrumental. You have to talk about how humanity as a whole,
Huh.
we need to do better.
Guys, Sujay should have my job.
We need to do better. And they'll understand. Listen, this is all male manipulation advice.
Yeah.
Helping these guys. If you go on the date next time, don't talk about how, don't talk about how you like Animal as a movie.
Yeah, please.
I did that.
It's
I said, but as a joke. She understood. Thankfully, she understood. When I said I like Kabir Singh and I like Animal, and she was laughing
oh
with
my
me.
god. Like the problem with me is that I can't even like them as a joke. Like Animal is just like forgetting all the bad things that are in the movie. The way it's made is so bad. The Gatling gun scene, dude.
Okay, so
It's so bad.
here's my issue with Animal. Those fights that he does, it keeps going on and on. And after a point, you're like bored of it. You're like, bro, come on, like, can we go? Can we do something else? It's not. I don't know. Okay, this is what I told the girl on the date.
But it's so insulting to the intelligence of every.
That's
like,
true. But
viewer.
this is what I told the girl on the date. Okay, I'm sure she's gonna watch this video. But what I said is this: basically, in Animal, Ranbir Kapoor goes to his sister and says, "You're a strong woman," right? His sister had married this guy who, like, after becoming the sister's husband, kind of like the sister acts like subservient to the husband.
Yeah.
Like, everything. And Ranbir came back and said, what is this? Like, you are better than him. You should leave him right now, and you are smarter than him. You are a strong, independent woman. You don't need your husband. But nobody talks about that of Animal. That's a very feminist approach.
Is it?
It is. But nobody talks about that. In Kabir Singh,
But he has to be the one in the movie
to say
telling
that.
her that she doesn't have the agency to like develop those thoughts herself.
No, but she didn't, nah. But again, there are so many women who don't.
Okay, keep going, Sujay. Why don't you keep going?
No,
why don't you?
I tell you what. There are many women out there who are victims of the environment.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, like
They are.
Statistically, women are more affected by climate change than men because in most societies they are the primary providers,
They are. See, so that's exactly what I'm saying. Now,
and in most indigenous communities, which are matriarchal rather than patriarchal, they are way more
like in Kerala,
conservative.
many.
Yeah,
Kerala,
they're way more, and in Australia and in Canada as well, like they're way more conservative of the environment and the way they like take care of their ecosystem and the place that they live in. And it's been like confirmed that women-run societies are a lot more environmentally
Environmental friendly.
conscious than those that are patriarchal and capitalistic, which actually goes hand in hand.
Do you think women in these societies, in Bombay type societies,
Bombay. Welcome to Bombay.
Bombay or Delhi or Bangalore type societies, have just like they are extremely like they're more wasteful than men?
I don't know. Is there?
Or do you think? Or do you think it's just because? Because yeah, I think so. Because as a man myself, I don't really care about much. Like men don't care about much, but women, like even to get ready and all of that, women have so many options. Like like oh, you have to look beautiful. You have to do this. Like,
But don't you think that's like an
Like-
imposition? That's not like
I don't think it's like okay, like right now.
not even an
This is-
imposition,
this
but
is the
that's
thing.
like a societal narrative.
No, but these are the things that women have been talking about right now, which is the newest thing is the Dyson air dryer.
Huh.
Now, I don't think women need that,
Okay.
but women feel they need that air dryer a lot.
I feel like they know better what they need than
No,
I do.
I don't think they do.
Do you know better?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think at some point I want to just tell a woman that listen, you're beautiful the way you are, right? You don't need all of this to be beautiful.
But let her decide now.
But that's what I'm saying.
Then if you
No,
find
no,
her
but-
beautiful or not,
So,
it's your
see,
choice.
I will always find a girl beautiful. That's not the point.
Oh,
My point is this. Do you think society is kind of tricking them into wanting these things? See, it's like, right? You can say that.
it's not a trick. I think it's very deliberate. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it's to sell.
It's to sell, right?
It's to sell,
Yeah,
like
and I can
it's-
say that. Oh, listen, you are beautiful without the Dyson air dryer. You don't need this. You don't need to spend 40,000 rupees. But now, now, these companies have made it so that women feel like they do need it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
Right.
agree, but I
Right.
don't think that's a problem that is to be borne by the women. I think that is something that needs to be addressed on like a market side. That's
That has
like
to
the
be borne-
economic system. Like
That has to be borne by men to tell them that listen, you're beautiful the way you are,
yeah.
and you don't need.
But we also
Just like how Ranbir Kapoor in Animal told his sister, listen, you're a strong, independent woman. You do
I feel
not
like you're never going to live this down, dude.
I've said many worse things on the channel. That's why people are wondering like when is the beer review coming? The beer review is right here. Okay, we are talking about.
Yeah, we're drinking rice, guys.
We are drinking water. Rice. Yeah, rice. I've said everything, right? 500 rupees, 500 ml, 530 rupees. Happy. Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
It is a bit ricey, but again, I don't want to say anything bad about. Like I've kind of made it so that I don't want to say bad about beer.
Yeah,
So-
because that's like good people working hard on making
Exactly. Especially for breweries like this, where it's a very local thing. It's not something like see, Kingfisher is multi-billion-dollar company. I can say whatever. I can say it sucks. People are going to watch my reviews and they're going to still buy Kingfisher. It's not going to affect them. But for such places, I want it so that I can help them out and people go.
Yeah.
Although it's very expensive. Like this beers, 530 rupees for 500 ml is
It's quite a bit.
very
yeah?
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you think about this? I think it's got a slight rice flavor, but it tastes a lot like lager for some reason.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It doesn't taste like if you have Bira rice or you have one of these ROs or these Goan rice beers, they taste much more like proper rice. You're like drinking rice.
Yeah.
Especially the Bira one is so fresh. They use these hops and whatever they use. It's very good. Compared to that, this is like way more lager tasting.
Yeah, I think this like for me has the same issue as the first one that we had.
What?
Is that it's
Very light.
just
Not-
kind of bland.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't taste like beer. It doesn't
I
taste like
think
anything.
maybe I'm just too used to like very bitter beer, like strong beer,
But again,
because
I
I
feel
drink
this
IPAs.
is more bitter than the gold.
Oh yeah,
It's more bitter than the gold. It's not as bitter as the wit, but it's more bitter than the gold.
yeah.
Which
It's somewhere in the middle, but it's
Yeah.
still lighter than the wit beer, I would say.
yeah, it's very light. Very
It's
light.
very light. It's like water consistency almost.
It's like rice water.
It's like see-through beer.
It is at least, yeah.
Can you see me? No, they can't. I was lying then.
That's pretty see-through. No, the thing I started talking about women and how you should, this is how you need to tackle women in Bombay.
Oh, I don't know how I.
Have you been
got-
dating?
how I
Okay,
got-
once you've come back from the UK, how's your dating life in Bombay been?
I have not been dating.
No.
I have
Why?
not been.
You've been
dating
working a lot?
at all.
Have you been
Yeah, so
just
as
for the
soon
work?
as I got back, I was like, okay, I miss my friends in the UK.
Huh.
I don't have much to do here. I need to get a job immediately so
Right.
that I constantly have things to do.
Huh.
So for the first month that I was here, all I did was job applications.
Okay.
I got a job, and now somehow all I do is work,
But
which
even-
is why I'm doing this fucking
But Saturday, Sundays you get off.
Saturday, Sundays I get off, and
But you can go on dates on Saturday, Sundays, no?
yeah.
You can get drunk and you can drunk text a bunch of women. That's what I'm going to do after this review.
Yeah. No, but yeah, the dating life right now is non-existent, I would say. For me at least. Do you have any advice, Sujay?
About dating life?
Yeah, for your young Padawan.
No, I mean, you have to go on dates first, then I can give you advice. If you just don't go on, listen.
No, so the thing is, I went
You have to
on
take a first
so
step.
many when I was there in
In
the
UK.
UK. And it was always...
Okay, I get it.
No, it was
I get
always
it.
you go on a date.
He's got the white fever. He doesn't like Indian girls
No,
anymore.
no, I
He
actually
likes
do
the
not
snow
like...
bunnies. He likes the snow bunnies now.
I don't like white women at all.
उसको फिरंगी लड़कियों का
कुछ नहीं है, first of all. First of all, even there I was going out with brown
Well, with
women.
Indian women in UK.
Yeah, brown
What's the
women,
point?
Asian
What
women.
is the point?
But the idea is no. First of all, I don't
You don't
find
like
white women
attractive?
at all. I don't know why.
Even I don't.
I'm quite conditioned.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's like fuck colonialism.
But like
it's all because you colonized us.
But I was
Never.
speaking to a friend about it, and she said like, there's just so many options right now for everyone that no one wants to actually wait it out and go on a couple dates with someone to see if it will work.
Right, and
No
put
one
effort.
wants to make that effort.
Right,
like,
no one.
If it doesn't click immediately, and if there isn't like an immediate synergy on like this is exactly what I want, and somehow I need to be able to like guess that this is also exactly what you want, and if it doesn't coincide, it doesn't work out. Like so, the chances of something working out are so like astronomically lower now.
Because I feel also people have stopped communicating.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if something doesn't work out, just say it didn't work out. Just talk. Okay, let's say you go on a date. Or let's say you've been dating for a while. If something feels wrong, just say, okay, you know what? This is what happened. This is what you did. This is what I did. And I wish that you would have done this instead. It's very simple. It's not the end of the world to just stop. But nobody does that. All of a sudden, people are just like, oh, time to break up. Time to ghost. Not even break up. People just ghost out of nowhere.
Yeah. I feel like it's like post talking stage now. Now it's like within three messages if you haven't decided that you're going out on a date.
Right.
And like within 3 days of that,
But-
if you haven't decided there's a second
But women
date.
also don't want to go on dates within 3 messages.
Yeah.
Right? So it's become like very like if you
No,
don't-
and I don't blame them. There's just so many creepy guys out there, dude.
That is true. There are many creepy guys.
Which is why I want to have like an actual slow conversation first and like get to know someone before I go out with them.
So do you think meeting?
But that's too slow.
But do you think meeting the other do you think meeting friends of friends is the best way to go
Yeah.
rather than any of
Yeah,
these
but how
meeting
often do you
women?
meet friends of friends
That's
now?
true. And you know what I don't like? I don't like meeting friends. Like I don't like dating
Huh.
people who are friends of friends. Because what if we break up? Then what happens? Then I'm gonna have to see them at every party.
Yeah. Just say hi. Hello. Hope you're doing well.
That's why, you have to find love in, no matter what Ed Sheeran says, you have to find love in clubs.
No, don't find love in clubs. You cannot find love in clubs. They've drank like 2 wit beers.
We've had, this is like a third one. You have to chug this.
Oh,
Remember,
we've got to chug this.
this is what, we've had 1,000, we've had 1 liter of beer. We've not had much, all right?
Yeah.
Remember, we are not alcoholics. We are just doing this for you guys.
Cheers.
This podcast has gone on long enough.
I need some tissues, dude. I don't know why, but that was the hardest one to chug. So
Was it? I found that the easiest, honestly. It was
Maybe-
I think it's the most bitter one at the end.
yeah,
It is.
towards the end. Yeah, aftertaste wise, yeah.
It's slightly sweet, but that's the rice sweetness. Slightly sweet. It's not too much rice flavor. It's actually good, but.
I'm
Burp it
just
out.
following your
Yeah,
footsteps.
burp it out. It's slightly. This is for Instagram. I'm gonna have to like concise it for Instagram. Bit more bitter than rice beers are. Slightly sweet, a bit hoppy, but kind of bland.
Yeah, kind of has nothing going for it.
I think you're going to rate it very low, but it's not a bad rice beer. Maybe you just don't like rice. Yeah, you get no after this. You can take that one. That's fine.
Do you want me to rate it?
Yeah, you have to rate it out of 100.
I'm gonna give it a 63 out of 100.
So this is your worst. You didn't like this at all.
No,
Yeah.
I liked it. Like, I'm not giving. Come on, dude, your scale is like 100.
Yeah,
So like 63 is not terrible. Like
that's not terrible at all.
27 is terrible.
Yeah, 100%. But from all the beers you had today, you like this one the least. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but like they're all still in quite a close range, I would say.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, rice. Yeah. I think I also like this one the least. Compared to the gold and the wit. Yeah. So I'm going to rate this 69 out of 100. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. And if there's some special beer you'd like to recommend, leave it in the comments section below. I'm going to try to hit every canned beer and every craft beer locally at first, and then beers all around the world. So thanks for joining me. Have a good day.